Now this is the baseboard, and I am to place the next one. Remember, the baseboard is 20 inches and the next one there is 17 inches. So now you have to apply your royal icing before adding that. I applied on the 20 inches whiteboard before placing the black one, and that was done actually behind camera. So all the boards are sitting on top of royal icing, including the base cake. So after that, you roll out your fondant. This time we're working with fondant as the pieces that we wanted, we are through with it. The ones that are for the pastelage, we are done with those ones. We have now started our designs with fondant. So after that, you cut into two and then line the first board that is carrying the cake, which is the 14 inches board. Then trim off the excess. You can as well cover the entire board before you place the cake on top. But I'm trying to be economical here. I'm trying to save some paste because this is really taking enough. So just like that you go around, and after that you begin to trim. So I've placed two sides and I will trim the two sides before I go and trim the other side, before placing on the other side, or before placing and trimming the other side. Before placing and trimming the other side. Now this is what I did in the other side of the cake. So after that, now we start placing our inner fence. And for you to place your inner fence, you first of all apply your royal icing. The royal icing is what is going to be holding it. I have already applied the side and placed a fence that is lapping on the body of the cake. I just take my royal icing and apply at the mouth there. Now you have to be doing this gradually. If need be, get somebody to be holding it for you so that your pastelage will not fall, because if it falls, it will break. And once it breaks, you have started work from beginning. Especially if the breaking is not, you cannot remedy it, because there is a way to get pieces, you will not be able to join it together again. So this is what I put there. I use my hand to remove the excess first. Now after, I will now take my brush and my water to run it again. So I put another royal icing and still use my hand to remove the excess. And after again, I will use the same brush with water to run it to make it smooth. So that's the edge. The same thing I'm going to be doing with the rest of the edge. I just want you to see this. We are going to only show you this so that your data will not be wasting. So that's how I got all the 4 edges of the cake. Now you can see the side that I said that was broken when I was showing you all the pieces. Because the breakage wasn't too much, I had to, put it one by one because it just broke into 2. I arrange it one by one, put the first one first to the edge, and before I merge the second one, then use royal icing to join it. Now, after joining it, I will still use my brush with water to just paint. As you are doing that, you are smoothing the edge. You are still going to see how I will use the brush. So after everything in your pastelage, if you notice that your pastelage is actually rough, just get some paper, the one they use for wood, to smoothing wood, and then work on your pastelage after setting it. But you must allow it to firm up there before you do that. So this water and brush, once you touch it, it smoothens the side that is rough. And you can see me also applying water to the side I applied the royal icing down. This helps it to be very clean and very neat. The water must not be running. It's just a brush and a little water on it. You can see I'm even using the other hand to remove the water a little before I run it. So I think this part still requires more royal icing. So I had to apply again and then use my brush to clean it up. Remember, the brush must always have water, but not a running water. Like I said, even the side where you put the royal icing, you still use the same brush with your water to run that side to smoothen it. So that's exactly what is going on now. With your brush, you just smoothen it. Your brush and water. So still apply, make sure the royal icing you're applying it around the base, and then clean up with your brush and water. Now apply your shortening again on the board that you are seeing. Okay, the one now carrying the inner fence, and then your fondant also. This is very important, but if I am using a whiteboard, it might not really be necessary, because I wouldn't want a case where people will have to look through and now find out that the board on the inside is black. So, but because it's not a whiteboard, I had to line them up like this. So I'm going around again with my fondant to cover all the black. Now this is what I must do before adding the outer fence, and then trim off the excess and arrange it properly, and you are good to go. See you in the next class.